Do you follow the manufacturer's prescribed engine break-in restrictions when you buy a new motorcycle? That's what I want to talk about today, so stick around. What's up? Jim here. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to the channel if it's your first time. So if you've been watching the past couple of episodes, you'll know the big news recently is that I got this amazing new motorcycle. And with that, you know, it's all the what am I going to buy to put on it next, and what parts do I need to get for it, and all that kind of stuff. And well, the reality is there just aren't a lot of parts for it yet, because Harley made so many changes that people are kind of, aftermarket's kind of scrambling to meet demand, I guess is a good way to put it. But it got me thinking. I'm like, well, I freely admit, I will admit up front at the beginning of this video, I do follow the manufacturer's recommended restrictions for breaking in my bike. I did it with Darla. I did it with the one before that, Lula. I've done it with every new motorcycle I've had. But the question I have for you guys is, do you follow it? Do you think it's necessary? If you're a mechanic, please, God, comment and tell us whether or not it makes sense to do that kind of thing anymore. I mean, let's face it, these motorcycles, they're pretty much designed on a computer. The computer's, in most cases, machining the part. So you're talking about way more accurate. You're talking about much tighter tolerances than what we used to have when you had to man-made, you know, when you were making machines by hand. There's always room for error. There's always some tolerances that aren't going to be as tight. You start automating shit, the tolerances get really tight. So the question I've got is, does it still make sense? And I'll run down, I'm going to go from memory, so if I miss one or if I get one not perfectly right, don't crucify me for it. For the first 50 miles, Harley recommends that you do not exceed 3,000 RPM, that you vary the RPMs that you're at and don't stay at a constant speed and constant really revolutions per minute for extended periods of time, and that you avoid heavy engine braking, don't lug the motor. And all that is if you've ever started your motorcycle off in second gear, you know you can get it moving in second gear. But the motor just kind of whoa, whoa, whoa. That's lugging your motor. So basically they're saying don't do that. And really, the don't lug your motor is something that stays constant throughout the entire first 500 miles. Once you finish your first 50, for the remainder until you hit 500, they recommend not exceeding 3,500 RPM, unless, you know, you have to, and vary your RPMs. Now, I don't know. Do we really need to do that? Do we still need to do that? I don't know. Let me know your thoughts. Tell me what you think down below. Comment. Let me know. Yeah, Jim, I do it religiously, or hell no, man. As soon as I buy that bike, I'm riding it like I stole it. I got to get her used to doing things the way I'm going to do her, the way I'm going to ride her. And that's, you know. Now I've talked to some engine builders. I get kind of mixed messages there too. There's some that you talk to that will say, you know, I'm going to run it under load up to max RPM, and I'm going to let it wind back down. And then I'm going to do that again. I'm going to let it wind back down. I'm going to do it again, and I'm going to let it wind back down. And after about 3-4 times, The motor's broken in. Everything's seated. I don't need to worry about doing anything special anymore. I can start doing what I want to do to the bike. I got some motor builders that'll tell me, no, dude, follow that 500-mile break-in. You need to do it. So I don't know. Like I said, if you're a mechanic and you happen to be watching this channel, or if you just know, or have your own thoughts, drop them down in the comments. I'd like to hear what they are. The other question I have for you guys today is I haven't properly introduced the new bike. I finally got a name for her. And I don't know, that's the real question I got for you guys. Do you name your motorcycles? I name all of mine. Do you name them? And if so, do you have a theme for your names? Or how do you pick the name you're going to use for that bike? In my case, I got the bike the day before St. Patrick's Day. My mom's side of the family has some Irish in it. And, I'm part Irish. And I was like, how fitting would it be if I found a Irish Gaelic girl's name that fit kind of the personality of this motorcycle? So I introduced to you Fia. And I'll put how it's spelled up here. Basically, it's F-I-A-D-H. It means wild and untamed, and I could not think of a more fitting name for this beast right here. So, do you name your bikes? That's the second question I have for you. And if you do, and you feel comfortable, hell, tell me what you have, and drop the name down there in the bottom and what made you pick it. I think that would be a cool discussion topic. Like I said, there's going to be a bunch of content about this bike coming on this channel. We've got some news coming up about, I know we were talking about taking the bikes to Kentucky. Looks like we're probably not going to be able to do that. David, I never really talked about it on the channel. David was involved in a little accident and it caused some damage to his bike. And with supply chain being the way supply chain's been for the past several months, getting parts in to fix it has been problematic. So I think we're not going to take the bikes down. We're just going to take one car and do it like a college road trip. I think that'll be just as fun. So yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking about today when I was going out on this beautiful day here in the Charlotte, North Carolina area. That's what I was thinking about. I was thinking about, do you guys break your bikes in the way the manufacturer says to do it? And do you name your motorcycles? Those two things I really wanted to talk about. I do want to say thank you. We're up to 492, I think, 493 subscribers. We're almost at the 500 mark, guys. On that note, if you like what I'm doing, like the videos. If you want to see more of it, subscribe to the channel and click that notification bell. I'd appreciate it if you shared it with your friends too, if you find it of value. They ripped down the Papa John's. In any case, hope you guys are having as nice of weather as we are down here. Hope you're staying safe, and I hope you're getting out and riding. Like, subscribe, click the notification bell, share it with your friends. Always ride safe.
Yeah, ready? 1, 2, 3, shoot. Ah. Asshole.
Really? Peace out, bitches!